One of the funny stories with my dad, of anecdotes and things as I think of them, is when I came back to South Africa in 1995, I lived in a flat across the road from where my friends lived in Sea Point. And for the first month or two, until I got a car, my father used to take me to the factory where I was working for him. And we used to leave home about 6:15, 6:30 in the morning. One dark morning, we got to a roadblock at about 6:40 on the highway to Atlantis. And there was quite a long queue of cars in front of us. And my father hooted and flashed his lights. And this impetuous policeman stomped up to the car, was about to scream at my father. But in the meantime, my father had said to me, "Watch this." And as the guy arrived, my father wound down the window, and we were in his Mercedes. He wasn't in uniform, everything normal. But he took out a card, and he showed this card to this policeman before the policeman could say a word. And the policeman stood up to attention and said, "Major," which means major in Afrikaans, and he let us go. And the card that my father had shown this policeman was his Air Force card. He was a major at the time. And so it shows you how the police and army and Air Force and all those defense forces all respected each other. I still hope that they do in the new South Africa. And in fact, this was the new South Africa, because this was 1995. And it was just about August, September time. So yes, that was just after the new South Africa happened, and when things were like they were. And I wouldn't know how it is today. Later, my father became a lieutenant colonel, and that's another story. But yes, back then, we were in the car, early in the morning, the dark, a long queue of cars in front of us, and a very funny story of my father hooting and flashing, and probably all the people in front of us thinking, "Gee, who's this guy?" And the policeman came up to the window and was about to give my father a mouthful, and my father just held up his Air Force Major card, his ID card. And this policeman came to full attention and saluted my father and said, "Major," and he let us go. So thanks, Dad, for some very happy memories, and there'll be more. Cheers.